Yo, what is up, everyone? Hope all is going well for you. Welcome back to Get Jack. Now today, continue off here in ARK, I guess. Today, we are back in ARK. So, I wasn't planning on coming back and doing a video in this in a while. I've been playing ARK, doing stuff on 25-man servers and things like that. But, like I said, I wasn't going to be doing videos and things like that. If you haven't seen my previous video on what happened with, like, getting dev wiped and things like that, you should definitely check that out. So, that's going to provide a lot of context for what's going on. So I wasn't going to plan on doing anything, and there was so much support from the community. Like, I didn't ask anybody to like vouch for me or do anything, but like the posts on Reddit and the I guess like Twitter posts and just everything that everyone sent me, like all the support and everything was awesome. And then actually Hod Gaming and Shane the Shadow, two guys that you probably know from the ARK community, also put out videos on kind of like the situation and just like kind of promoting some other, I don't know, tactics that people have been using in meshing and things like that. For I know they were on the center, and I kind of wanted to shed some light on some stuff that was going on Aberration as well, and kind of why people are so scared to like build in caves and do things like that. And they kind of hit on this deal that like the climbing picks are kind of the reason why a lot of this is happening, and it's kind of true to an extent. The climbing picks can also be used in a lot of ways that people don't really realize. So when I was getting meshed on Aberration, I was finding sleeping bags and stuff under the mesh, and I found where they were coming from. So he's a guy who's meshed people on Xbox and stuff like that, and I mean, I gotta be honest, he wasn't like a bad dude. I caged him for a while, and it was kind of funny, honestly. But he didn't show me how to mesh, but he accidentally showed me how to mesh. I followed obviously what he had built and what he had done to get into the mesh, and I was basically able to like reverse engineer it on solo, like I don't know, whatever, single player. And I figured I would show you what they were able to do to get under there, and it kind of sheds more light on the, because like when I saw Hod's video, he showed like the bear cave and how you can be meshed, but that doesn't really relate to a lot of places. That's like a specific mesh that you can get into, whereas this is more of a technique that people use, I guess. I don't really know, honestly. I just know that this guy used it, and I guess since the devs have never like come back to me on trying to like get to know like what happened, I wanted to tell them, like I said, and things like that, and there's been no like response from them at all. So I figured maybe this is the best way to do it. I've had this footage forever. This was a long time ago that this happened. You're gonna see how far back our base progress is at this point. Like, I wasn't gonna release this, but others have released it, so the community seemed to be kind of in like a agreement that releasing this kind of stuff is the only way to get it fixed, which is kind of crazy to me because I think they should be fixed in silence, and they should not want this stuff public, especially knowing things like this and how poorly designed like the game is made. But I wanted to start by saying like I appreciate the support from everybody in the community. Like, it's been insane how many people have hit me up like supporting me. Like, everything is fine. I'm gonna keep going with videos on, like I said, we're gonna hit up some Rust. I've got stuff that I'm gonna probably do with 25-man eventually. I don't know, I still haven't decided what I want to do with ARK stuff, because like this whole situation is pretty crap, and it's only getting worse, and people are sharing their experiences that they've had with this. Not obviously, this wasn't just our tribe that this happened to. Tons of people it happened to, tons of people similar things have happened to, and it's just like, it's crazy to see how many people are talking about it now. It's kind of like opened up like the floodgates, I guess. So I'm going to show you, we're going to log into single player over here, and I'm going to show you exactly what I found out that this guy was doing, and maybe this will get something fixed, maybe it won't. But I will say, if you're in the cave that I am in, or I was in on Aberration, you're probably going to be scared, because you're not going to want to like see where you can go like behind Aberration, stuff like that. So one sec, we'll jump over there. All right, here we go. With the basic character, we're on single player, and I'll show you what's up with this. So this is directly outside of our cave. Many of you might have seen this on our server. I placed a small turret tower with like 5 turrets out in this area because I knew that you could use it for this, so I put it out there. I think there are a lot of places that you can do this. I'd assume like, it doesn't seem like it's this specific spot that this like technique would work for. So that's my cave right over there. I've got everything off, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it would matter. I'm not like flying or in like God mode or anything. So I've got the, yeah, I think we're all basic. So here are the pillars. I just placed these here for a second just to make sure that it was still possible, because they just put in a patch saying that they like fixed climbing picks like in the last patch, saying that they would be less easy to mesh with. But honestly, I think I went and, I don't know if I just did it now and I knew how to do it, but when I came in and did it now, it was easier, like way easier to do this. So I don't know, I have no idea, honestly. So I've got some stuff here, and this is gonna get you right behind Aberration. This isn't a mesh spot. This isn't like between, I don't know, two pieces of mesh or something. This is like just kind of like a rock face, and I don't know. I tried to send images and stuff to them, but they never fixed the spot. Like I said, this is recorded this morning. I wasn't planning on it. So, okay, I've got a pillar, normal placement. Now, if you see where I'm at, okay? Like, I shouldn't be able to place a pillar inside of the wall, but if you're close enough with the climbing pick, you can get your face kind of in there, and it thinks you're in there. It thinks you're in the mesh. Boom. You can place a pillar. Why would you want to place a pillar? Let me grab one of these. Because this, okay. And I just want to, honestly, don't do this to people. This is like a horrible thing to do. But I want you to sign that petition, like dealing with these climbing picks and stuff. I'm going to put a sleeping bag here because you can also do that. But this you can't use. Like, this has no impact. You can't just place a sleeping bag on an angle like that. Because what I've done is I've fallen through. There was nothing to hold me up. The bottom of the mesh isn't going to hold you. So the reason I put the pillar there, oh, whoops, okay, one sec, is for this reason. I'll go back up here. But yeah, don't do this. But I don't think that the video that Hod posted really showed how this can be done in a lot of places. His kind of showed like, okay, if you're in the bear cave on the center, but you need to realize how much more people can do, obviously. So put a pillar here. I'm going to put my other pillar here. Ceiling. You shouldn't be able to place a ceiling here, by the way. There. So, to combat the falling through the ground, when you spawn above the mesh, place that there, and you can even go with the luxurious approach and put this storage bin right here. This is the exact setup that the dude had that was doing it to me, and it took me a while to figure out why the hell all this was here, but I figured it out. So, okay, you got that. You've got your storage bin. You've got your stuff inside of the storage bin. Put up. I want to put these. Throw those in there. And we'll spawn at that sleeping bag. So, when I found this out, I was freaking out, honestly. Like, I figured out the places like that he could go and things like that. Eventually, after we caged him, he was here for a while. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he left or I honestly don't know what happened. But anyway, we avoided him for a long time, and that was nice. But there were sleeping bags everywhere back here at the time. So right now I'm behind. Pretty nice, huh? How easy that is. I didn't even have to, like, anybody can figure this out if they would have seen, like, the structure, I think, that was placed under there. So I'm going to show you where this goes and why, like, things like this are ridiculous. Because I'm sure on the center, it's very similar. I can only speak for Aberration because I've only really played that much Aberration to know, like, where things are and, like, how they work. But you can go up there. That actually leads to back inside of our cave into a couple locations in our cave. You pass this barrier, and you can't go back from there. That's a little, like, barrier. I don't know what's up with that. It's, like, one-way mesh in some places. But anyway, you're behind Aberration right here. This was the place that you could go on a lot of the fixes that they did recently, which, by the way, their fixes to under mesh holes or to place a rock in the way. They just place another mesh in that hole. So that's their solution. Anyway, hopefully this isn't just a place. You can place, this isn't just a place that you can mesh. This is a technique of doing it. So hopefully they can fix this kind of thing. Obviously, you can place anything back here. You can go, let me get this thing gone. Oh, shoot, you need an element. Okay, one sec. I'm going to activate. We're already back here, so activating the commands isn't going to do anything. They weren't affecting how I got through there. I wasn't in, like, ghost mode or something. So, anyway, you can go back here. You can build on any of these things. So, I'm assuming almost all the servers, especially unofficial, have bases back here because there were a lot more places to build back here than before. And with teleporters, like, come on. Oh, I forgot that I wasn't using powers. But anyway, you get the point. You can build on all this stuff. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't be able to do this. And I'm not saying anything about, like, our dev wipe or anything like that. The support on that has been insane. But, like, I can't. There's nothing else that I can say about it that other people haven't said, I haven't said. It's like beating a dead horse. I don't want to get into that. I want to get into why and why people would want to get into places where they can hide from being above the mesh, because it's kind of ridiculous. So I wanted to put this out in kind of supplement to the other guys' videos on the subject. Like, their support is awesome. I really appreciate it, from Hod, Shane the Shadow, the whole community, everyone on Reddit. Thanks a ton, everybody. That's where I'm going to stop for today. Expect a normal video next time, and have a good one.